What up, GSD Fidget JP and the Meows. And right now I want to continue on us just black, us, huh? Us, just, huh? Us black men. See, I gotta put those mistakes in there so I don't always sound so serious, you know what I'm saying? But this is some serious stuff, right? Okay, so basically I got cut off by my very, 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 very cute and persistent daughter. So I am back in action. Yeah. No, I'm joking. Okay. Anyway, us black men. Okay. And here, check this out. Right. Okay. Now, no one really didn't ask me about it, so I'm gonna tell you. The reason I brought up the about who created math first, the look at our hair, is just think about it. When a human being, let's say like two human beings get dropped on the earth, okay? And one got straight hair, and I'm not saying they white because white people aren't the only people that got straight hair, okay? And one got curly hair like mine. And then say one day all of a sudden they just sitting down talking, and a string of hair just happens to fall down, and they both look at it, and they look and they look and they say, "Hey, what is this?" So they go off someplace alone, just the two of them, and they start to investigate this piece of hair that fell from their head. Now, while they're doing their investigation, neither of them has any prior knowledge of mathematics and all that stuff. Okay, they just dropped on the earth and a piece of hair just fell down, right? Okay, so they started from scratch, and they can live forever. They don't have any time to die or anything. And they are not stupid, so in other words, they can create and they can imagine, and as time goes on and they start discovering other things, they can go back and investigate their string of hair. Now, while they're investigating this hair, which of the two do you think will come up with a larger volume of mathematical equations and theories and hypotheses and and whatever it is they're out there? Who? Okay, that's all I'm saying. Now, the people out there saying who did this, who did that, you guys read the books, and the Greeks going to tell you where they got it from, and everybody else got it from the Greeks. Okay, so that should put the end of it, put into it. But since people can't, well, I can't say can't. I'll say since people don't read, and then, bam, duologically, I have a piece of curly hair. I have a piece of straight hair. Now, tell me, how much calculus can I do with a piece of straight hair? Trigonometry. Angles. Oops. Okay, what about the parabolas and the third degrees and the second degrees and blah, 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 blah. You're not going to get much with the straight hair, okay? So, basically, what I'm saying is, I ain't into the black and white and all this stuff, And if I was into it, it's my problem. Well, it ain't my problem. It's my business. I like talking about things, But what I'm saying is logically, I'm talking to the brothers and stuff. Logically, we, being made up how we are, it would be more natural for us to come up with more things that are more, I wouldn't necessarily more natural, but more complex and more dynamic because of our makeup versus someone with straight hair and lighter skin. And let's not even say white people. Let's just put white people out. Let's just say you got a light-skinned brother with straight hair and a dark-skinned brother. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that because you guys in the head and say, yeah, okay, a white person and whatever. Okay, who will come up with more information? Okay, that's all I'm saying. So sure, people can go out there and say what they want. It's already written. But you want to play fun? You want to play stupid? Fine. Let's get logical. I'm gonna take my piece of hair, and with my piece of hair, I guarantee you, I can come up with all this mathematics. And with your piece of hair, if it's just straight, how much? You won't even get off the ground unless you stand it up, And then it might bend over, but and maybe you can can, how can I say that? You can create from that. But in its natural state, you put it on the table and all of that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Who would come up with more information? So it's just a joke, see if anybody could catch on to it, and evidently nobody caught on to it. So, you know what that means? That means you guys aren't using your perception. Anyway, so all I'm saying, brothers, you're not stupid, you know. Just study yourselves. That's what probably somebody did. They just started studying themselves. Excuse me, this is a dam, but you guys can't see it, but it's a dam over there. It's real long, too. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, if you study yourself, you're going to come up with a lot of these other things that, all of this mathematics and all of this stuff. That's all it is. It's just you, you know. It's just you. You know, that's all it is. You take your hair, you send it spiraling up and stuff. You know, all that stuff is math. All that stuff. I mean, where do you think a spring came from? Somebody just all of a sudden made a spring. Just, oh, bing, they go a spring. I mean, you know, back in Europe, you know, when we were traveling around the world, Europeans thought the world was flat. You know, so they you know, get their hair and their hair is flat, and they're like, okay, well, our hair is flat, so I guess everything else is flat, right? We get our hair and say, wow, it's round, it's spinning, and this and that. And you would think of the same thing about other things, you know. And I'm just saying that's just basic logic, because the fact is that Europeans were the last one to find out that the Earth was round. Okay, so I'm not criticizing anybody for you people who sympathize with the fact that I talk about black people and I leave other people out. I'm not leaving other people out. I'm just talking about us, you know, and that's all. So when the brother says, I cannot do math, I'm going to tell you, yes, you can do math. Your problem with math is not that you can't do it. It's probably you're not trying to see what the words mean. In other words, or what the picture that you have a picture of a triangle. Okay, bam, you got a triangle. Then you take this triangle and you describe it, or you write it down in words. And the words that are chosen or has been chosen or whatever to describe this triangle, those words you must understand, unless you're going to make up your own vocabulary. But then if you do make up your own vocabulary, you still have to be able to speak or convey your message to whomever. And then if that person decides not to use the same vocabulary that you use, then you must understand what they're saying or understand their vocabulary, or get a dictionary. Okay? Now, I took this speech class, and I told it a whole bunch of times. I took this speech class, and we gave a 6-minute speech or something like that, and it was supposed to be about explaining things to people. So, you know, this one lady, I forgot where she's from, Indonesia or something. Oh my gosh, she was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, she was so beautiful. And she showed us how to wash clothes. So we had this one guy, which I was surprised, white guy, you know, he looked like a typical redneck guy and all that stuff, and he showed everybody how to skate. So I'm just thinking regular roller skate. Man, this dude got out there and was skating like he was on Venice Beach. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, everybody was surprised. We were like, whoa, and after class I was like, whoa, now, where you learn that from? He's like, oh man, I've been skating all my life. I go to the roller skating rinks, you know, where the brothers hang out and stuff, and I was skating, you know, they look at me funny, but I don't care. I just be out there doing what I'm doing. You know, I'm like, hey, here you go. You know, it tripped me out. And then we had this other guy, he showed everybody how to make bullets. And he didn't look like a redneck, but making bullets, rednecks, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, rednecks, they cool too. But anyway, you know, unless they start doing acting crazy, but then, you know, so is everyone else. So I got up there, and I said, I am going to show everyone how to go from a circle to the basic fundamentals of trigonometry, or, you know, cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta equals to 1 or something like that. I forget. And you should have looked at the expressions on those people's faces, because at that time I think I was about, I don't know, 26, 27, 29 or something like that. I forget how old I was, but I wasn't 30 yet. I was still young. And